guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie and today we're doing another TBR jar chooses my November reads, which is absolutely insane. I can't believe we're at that time of the month again where we're going into a new month. October flew by. I'm so sad about it honestly because I really don't want the weather to get any colder than it is. Like I wish it would just stay like this for a long time, but it's not going to. It's going to change super quickly here. I wanted to do a TBR jar video so we can pick out my November reads. I'm going to be so honest, a lot of the books that were on my October TBR did not get read because I started a video where I'm reading the Harry Potter books and they have started to take up a lot of my time. I will start with that a lot of books from last month are also on this card again, but I've also added new ones. So I just wanted to preface that if you're seeing some of the same books, it's because I haven't gotten to them and I still do want to read them, but we'll see what I pick out of my little jar. This is actually a cup. It is the cutest cup ever. It says Hot Girls Read. It's from Blush Bookstore online. It's like a glass coffee cup, but I turned it into my little TBR jar. So this is what we're gonna use. I have my little prompts in here, my cart full of books that I need to read. Let's just get right on into choosing our picks for November. Okay, first up, guys, I did want to say I will for sure be reading Iron Flame in November. It comes out I think November 7th, but I pre-ordered it, so that is definitely going to be one of my books in November, like hands down. We'll be reading that the day it comes out. So I do want to say that's going to be one of the books. We'll probably pick around 6 or 7 because I'm also reading the Harry Potter series, but those books are also in my TBR, so we're going to scatter books throughout it. But let's get started with our first pick of November. First book of November, we have a book with an illustrated cover. As always, I have a lot of illustrated covers that I have yet to read and that are in my collection, so we'll see what we have. There's so many, honestly. I have Delilah Green Doesn't Care, The Flat Share, For Her Consideration, Yours Truly. Okay, this is where my heart is going to. I wanted to read this book so bad last month, but I just didn't have the time. There's a cat right there. But I'm 100% reading this in November. I absolutely love the first book, Part of Your World, that Abby Jimenez wrote, and I've been dying to read the second one because I read the first one so fast. This is 100% going on my November TBR and I will get to it. This book is about Brianna, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but she is a doctor and there is also a new man doctor that comes into her realm. She is going for this promotion but thinks that the male doctor is going to win over her. She just has like a lot of troubles in her life right now. Her brother needs a kidney donor and her and this new man doctor kind of butt heads, but one day he writes her a letter and she kind of figures out he's not such a bad guy and they end up exchanging a bunch of letters and she ends up kind of liking him. He ends up donating his kidney to her brother, so it just kind of changes their whole perspective of each other. So I think this would be really cute and just a quick read to get through. First book of November is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. The next one we have is highest rated on your TBR. Yours Truly was definitely one of the higher rated ones on my TBR. Oh wait, highest rated. I got a little confused there. I thought it meant like highest rated in my head that I would think I enjoyed the most, but I honestly think it means like highest rated in general, so like on Goodreads. So I need to do some looking here for a second. Okay, I honestly started looking up the books on Goodreads I think would be rated the highest, and the first one I looked up was A Court of Wings and Ruin because I know the whole ACOTAR series is rated highly and it's rated a 4.46. So this could be definitely a possibility. That's gonna be like hard to beat, I think. What else do I think would be rated really high? The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo could be rated high, I'm not sure. Okay, it's a 4.44, so still very high, but A Court of Wings and Ruin wins over that one. Okay, Reckless is rated a 4.42, so same kind of area, but still A Court of Wings and Ruin is the highest right now. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones on here that would be higher. I looked up the Harry Potter book because it is on my TBR for this month and it's the highest at a 4.56, and I know nothing's gonna beat that. This is the fourth book in the Harry Potter series. I'm on the third one currently, so I'll be finishing that up soon and moving on to this one. So this is gonna be our second pick. It's the highest rated book out of my whole TBR card. This book is over 700 pages. They're very easy to read because it's a YA series, but it's a thick book. It takes a while to get through, but this is going to be our second book on my November TBR. If you've never read the series, I definitely recommend. I'm currently reading it for the first time and it's chef's kiss, so good. It's literally all the cozy like fall vibes going into winter. It's gonna be great, so I'm very happy reading this series and I can't wait for you guys to see my thoughts in that video. But number 2 is Harry Potter. Number 3 of November, we have a book your girlfriend pics. I like throwing this one in there for funsies, so I'm basically gonna FaceTime my girlfriend, show her my cart. She's literally downstairs. I could just have her come up, but I know she's not gonna be on camera right now, so I'm gonna FaceTime her, show her my cart, and she's gonna pick one of my books for November. So let's do it.
Hi.
Hi. I'm filming my TBR video, and one of the options was you picking one of my books in November, so I need you to look at my cart and pick one. Sounds good, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. Okay, we have our winner for what my girlfriend picked. She picked The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Believe it or not, I have never read this book, which is insane because it's like one of the top books ever talked about on Book Talk, I feel. But I have yet to read it, and I know it's rated super highly. This is actually really interesting, and I didn't really ever know what this was about, but it's about a Hollywood icon named Evelyn Hugo. She's ready to like reveal her truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. This magazine reporter named Monique comes in to listen and write her story essentially. She is like absolutely shocked by all the stories she has to tell, and then in the end Monique's life kind of intersects with Evelyn Hugo's life, so this will be very interesting. I've obviously heard incredible things about it, and I tend to put off very highly rated books for a long time, so it's about time I read this. So I'm very excited that she chose this one. Third book of November is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, finally. Number 4, a book with a one-word title. Okay, a book with a one-word title. Do we have one of those? Literally the only one I have is Reckless. If I'm looking right, sometimes you guys call me out and I miss things, but I think the only one-word title we have is Reckless. I really need to read this because the final book just came out and I'm very behind on the books, so I need to read this one so I can get to the final book. This was also in my last October TBR and I didn't get around to it, but I really would love to get around to it. I love these books. They're so easy to read. This one is about Theo and Winter, so I'm very excited to hear their story. And I heard a lot of people like this one. Number 4 on our TBR is Reckless. Also guys, I failed to tell you in the beginning of the video, but this cane staff thing behind me is for my Halloween costume because I'm filming this on Halloween weekend. I'm gonna be Little Bo Peep, which you guys will probably see on Instagram by now. If you don't follow me, go check out the behind the scenes photos there, but that's why there's like a staff, like sheep staff thing in the background. Just wanted to tell you guys that because I feel like it's probably weird. Number 5 of November, let's see what we get. A queer book. I always love having this one in the prompts and I always seem to get it. What do we have? We have Just As You Are and Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I think those are the only two I have right now, and I'm going to choose Delilah Green Doesn't Care. There's a little backstory behind this. I did start reading this book at like the very beginning of my reading journey. Yeah, I literally have a bookmark in it. I'm on chapter 13, page 149, and I don't know what happened, but I just kind of like moved on to other books, I think, and kind of forgot about this one. But I did like it when I was reading it, and I would love to finish it because I know a lot of people love this one. I need to get back into this one. This is my excuse to do so. So we're going to put this on the TBR for November. This story is about Delilah. She is basically like a photographer artist in New York City, and she's from like a smaller town, and her stepsister that she doesn't really like ends up convincing her to come back to their town and photograph her wedding because she's about to get married. When she's back in town, one of her sister's friends is Claire. They were friends from childhood, but they're obviously grown up now, and she reconnects with her and kind of starts a relationship with her. And I know Claire has a daughter. I remember that. It was a really cute story while I was reading it, and I don't know really why I stopped reading it, but I would love to finish it, so we're adding this to the TBR. Number 5 of November is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Number 6 of November, let's see. Author's last name starts with the same letter as my last name. I feel like I always get this one too and I never find one, but let's search. Okay, there's no L last name, so we are going to go in for another prompt. A thriller mystery. Love thrillers, so I love getting this prompt. Automatically going for this one. This is Alice Feeney's newest release, I believe. It's Good Bad Girl. I honestly have no idea what this is about, but I bought it at the store recently. Okay, I'm just gonna read the first little paragraph. So it says, 20 years after a baby is stolen from a stroller, a woman is killed. The 2 crimes are somehow linked and spark a mystery with 3 suspects, 2 murders, and 1 victim. This will be interesting. I honestly haven't heard too much about this, but I have enjoyed the other Alice Feeney books I've read, so I'm counting on this one to hopefully be good and live up to it. But this will be our thriller of the month, which is great because I don't have any other thrillers. So this is perfect, and number 6 of our November TBR. I think I'm only gonna pick one more because I have a lot of Harry Potter books to get through as well. So we are gonna do one more prompt. So let's see what it is. Last one, a book that's Oh my gosh, guys. This is a book that's over 500 pages. I have so many like thick books to read this month, so this is gonna be interesting. But I obviously know the two books that are over 500 pages are A Court of Wings and Ruin and Things We Left Behind. And I'm so sorry for the ACOTAR girlies, but I'm going to pick Things We Left Behind because it came out last month. I had it on my TBR and I never got to it because, again, I had so many other books to read. So I'm going to read this. It's also signed, which we love. I have obviously been wanting to read the third book in the Knock 'Em Out series, so I need to get to it this month. So we're going to pick Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score for my last book in my TBR of November. But those were all the books I'm going to choose for this month. I have a lot to get to, a lot of fun books in here. Guys, I forgot to tell you that another book I really want to read this month is the Britney Spears memoir. Let me know if you have it and have read it. I know it literally just came out like a few days ago, but I have to read that book. Like, I need to know what's in that book. So if you have read it, let me know if you liked it or not. But that's another book that's on my November TBR. So many books to get to, but that's okay because we love books here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am so excited for this month. I think it's gonna be a really good reading month. Definitely cozy because we're going into winter, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have a great Halloween and I will see you guys in my next video.